Okay, so in this example, I'm going to reflect a polygon over the y-axis on the coordinate plane. And this example is going to deal with one of these shapes that have given a lot of people trouble, that's located with vertices in multiple quadrants. Okay, so before we get started with the reflection, I'm going to write down the rule that we learned for reflecting across the y-axis. We start with our coordinate pair, x, y. And because we're reflecting over the y-axis, y will stay the same, and the x-coordinate is going to be the one that changes. So it's going to be multiplied by -1. That's our rule. So it's going to be -1 times x, y. Or, and this is the way I'm going to say it the rest of the time, it's going to be -x, which is the same as -1 times x, y. So the rule that I'll be using in its shortest form is going to be, again, -x, y. Okay, so before I can apply that rule, I need to find the location of the vertices. So this one looks to be left 6 and up 3, because we're going left. Left is lower, -6, and up 3 is +3. Then for point B, that's not a B prime. I just almost opened the parentheses in the wrong direction. Okay, so for point B, we're going right 5, so that's going to be +5, right rises, and up 3. So that's going to give us 5, 3. And then for point C, we are going left 1, so left is lower, it's going to be negative, and down 3, so that's going to be negative as well. So that's going to give us -1, -3. Alright, so now I'm going to go back through and apply our rule. So A turns to A prime and -x. So because -6 is already negative, we're just going to flip the sign and make it positive, which is the same thing that would happen if it was multiplied by -1. So -6 becomes +6, and because we are reflecting over the y-axis, our y's are all going to stay the same. So 3 stays 3. Turning B to B prime, this is positive, so +5 is going to become -5, and 3 will stay the same. And then turning C to C prime, we're going to change our sign for -x, so -1 becomes +1, and -3 will stay the same. Now we're ready to copy these coordinate pairs onto the spot on the answer sheet that is provided for it, and then we'll graph our figure. So A prime was 6, 3, B prime was -5, 3, and C prime was 1, -3. Alright, so now we're ready to start graphing. So point A prime is going to be +6, so right 6 and up 3, and that's going to put A prime right by where point B is. B prime is going to be -5, so left 5 and up 3, and that's going to put it right about here. And you can see that our new shape is crossing over the old one, and that's perfectly fine. What's important is that each of these individual points is reflected across the axis. So point A here was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units away from the y-axis that we're reflecting over. So point A prime is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units away on the other side. And that's the really important thing that you need to look for, is each individual point, not the shape as a whole. Alright, so finally we're going to graph C prime, +1, so right 1 and -3, down 3. And again, you can think of this as the mirror, and these two sides of the reflection, our reflections, are the same distance away on either side of the axis. And then my last step is going to be to connect all these points. Oops. Connect all these points to make a triangle. And that's what the answer is going to look like on that one.